Guys, Lee here with another coin slot video. Thanks very much for tuning in, and this is week 3. If you haven't already seen week 1 and 2, I've seen a bit of a slow progress in Bitcoin holdings over the time, but obviously the Bitcoin value has gone down over those last 2 weeks. So with the third week in play, I've basically made an extra Bitcoin, which is pretty significant, I suppose. So I'm just waiting for the rise for the Bitcoin price to go up, which is going to really bump up my portfolio in Australian dollars. So without further ado, let me just show you exactly what coins I'm holding at the moment. AEX, you can see here IGNIS has basically halved. Big one is an exchange where I'm still waiting to get in, but I've just had confirmation from them that I'm able to access my account again as of next Thursday, which is fantastic. They're going to take off 2FA on my account because I had some issues before. Binance, whoa, this one really hurts. Binance, I'm down probably the most. As you can see there, it's about 10 grand. Still the same as the last couple of weeks. As the Bitcoin price rises, I'm gonna see some value in these alt currencies, but I'm thinking that I might siphon off some of these as soon as they make par with the original value in the transaction. So once that happens, I'm going to sell them off and put it into Ether in preparation for some ICOs. Okay, so coin tracking, we talked about that one last week. On Coin Exchange, you can see here, this is a really good example of just how little you can put into cryptocurrency and see the results. Now, obviously this one here, I did quite well. I chose at the right time. It's 783.52 at the moment. That will only rise in the next coming months, so that's a good one. CoinSpot, you can see in total I'm down 4 grand. I did pull out EOS and moved it onto another exchange because I wanted to trade that for some Ethereum, so I could basically buy a coin as soon as it landed on an exchange. Cost Exchange is still holding some Ethereum. I'm waiting for that to go up in value before I convert that into an altcoin. Ether Delta, I moved some Ether out at a loss, $529. That's okay, I'm okay with that because I put that into an alt currency where I saw there was going to be some gain. And that's done extremely well, as I'll get onto in a little bit. Gate.io is the next one. OCN I went heavy on. I was very bullish on that. I really want to see this triple in value before I take out my initial investment. So I put in 9 grand and it's returned already at double, which is fantastic. You can see here on CoinMarketCap, it started off at 2 cents. And now it's sitting nearly at 5 cents, which is really, really cool. Now, guys, if you're unsure how to find where to buy these altcoins and stuff like that, if you go to CoinMarketCap and type in the coin that you want, say it's this one, it will show you the chart. But if you hit on markets, it's going to bring up exactly what exchanges you can buy this on, and it will show you the 24-hour volume. So obviously you can see here at Gate.io, it's going to be the main exchange to purchase this coin. It's the cheapest by far. Well, I think it's the cheapest. Ether Delta, which is the contract you can buy, but I find Gate.io is very good for this, which is why I transferred some BTC and exchanged that for some OCN. I hit BTC. This is the only exchange I can't get into at the moment. It's very frustrating. I haven't heard from their customer support yet, even though it's been escalated as a priority. Still waiting to hear from them, so I'm not going to get into that too much. You can see I'm down about 2.5. Huobi is doing extremely well, and that's because they're doing a lot of worldwide premieres with their alt currencies, and if they do that, I'm sure to jump on it after doing my research. I'll put some investment behind it if I think it's got some merit, and I did that with DTA. I put in 3 grand, and that's almost doubled. It did double throughout the week, but it's just dropped. You can see here on the chart, DTA, this is their launch period of about 2 cents. It went to an all-time high of around 6 cents. Now I'm holding because I think that this price is only going to rise. We've had a few people take their profits off over the last, three days or something like that. Well, last 2 days actually. And then I'm really going to see probably another 2 days before this rises again. And that's, once it rises to its peak, that's when I'll sell to get my investment back. I'll hold the profits, wait for them to go up a little bit more, and yeah, we'll see where we go from there. ZIL, I went heavy on. I put $8,235, and currently the value is $7,900. Now I do see this going up. Do your research on ZIL. I think it's got a lot of potential. So maybe again, I might see this double, which would be really cool. Independent reserve, just some fiat in there. So that's doing okay. KU coin or Q coin is, yeah, about half the value, and that's mainly because of key. Live EDU wallet was an ICO I went in, so that's still holding some value. My Ether wallet is where I'm holding my gains, basically. I'm wanting to take them off the exchange because I don't want them to be traded. You can see here I've moved ELF out of one of the exchanges, I think it was Binance, and it's still holding its value. Now, I did say last week that I wanted this to go up, and it has, which is fantastic. I think the community has really sort of seen the value in this, and I'm only really seeing this, I actually want to see this rise over the 2 grand mark next week. So that's my prediction, if I'm going to put a prediction out there. Kin, I'm just holding a little bit more Kin. I rebought in here at 1,283. It's currently down, but I do see that going up. And I've got some Tron there as well, which I did buy at I think 3 cents. I'm just going to be holding that Tron there as well. Neo wallet, something I'm going to hold just in case there's some ICOs in the future that require some Neo balance. OKEX, SSC, I went heavy on, 2,132, and it's shown a return of about $200. But I'm down $200 on that exchange. Transcodium is still sitting neatly. I'm waiting for this to launch, and my Trezor balance, I'm just holding some Bitcoin there at the moment, waiting for this to rise. Okay, so looking into the total amounts now, you can see here that I'm up about $300, which is fantastic. That's in AUD, but if I look at the current Bitcoin value compared to the value at transaction time, it was 5.9 as opposed to 4.2. So I've made over a Bitcoin in 3 weeks, which is great. Now I just have to wait for the Bitcoin price to rise. So I've made, let's say, about 11,000 USD, which is pretty good. And that's mainly because of one coin, or one token, I should say. So you can see here IOST, which is one that I recommended some people to jump onto. I initially put 1.2 Bitcoin into this, which was quite high. And I announced that on my Facebook and Telegram, so those that would have seen it at the time, you should have gone onto it as well. Now, I did take the profits really early, probably too early, in fact. If I didn't take the profits of about $8,000, this would have gone to about $64,000. So it does hurt a little bit, but there's no such thing as a bad profit. So I am using the same philosophy of just holding once that initial peak rises with ZIL. So I think this price is only going to rise in the future. So let's just see how that goes in the next couple of weeks. Also guys, I just want to share with you some thoughts that I've had on YouTube. Now, YouTube's obviously changed its monetization and the way that we earn money from our subscribers through ads and stuff like that. Now, I find ads personally annoying, but when the channel gets over 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to turn on ads. And the reason I want to turn on ads is to give back to you guys. So every month, I'm going to be sharing exactly how much I'm making on YouTube. Okay, that's going to be done via Telegram. Now, the idea behind that is 50% of the profits that I make on YouTube, I want to give back to you guys in some way. So maybe that's through a voting contest or something like that, onto asking you where I should invest, in what alt currencies I should use that money to invest in, because whatever the profits are made after the following month, I'm going to share on maybe a voting status, or I don't know how it's going to work on users, people who maybe vote for that altcoin. I'll redistribute that money directly into a wallet of your choice. So it's a big call because obviously down the track, these amounts could get quite high. especially if we're making money together. And it's through you guys listening to me and putting up with me and the advice that you give on Telegram that hopefully can see you earn a little bit more. So that's something I want to give back to the community with. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. It's going to be an interesting journey. I'll see you in week 4. And remember, follow me on Telegram under CoinSlot. And I'll see you next week.